Alright everyone, so I have a CrossBreed holster. I got the SuperTuck DeLuxe, and man, am I proud of it. It's nicer than I really expected it to be. I was the guy getting on the internet trying to find everything out about it possible before I ordered it. It was actually a birthday present from my father. Didn't have anything else to spend money on, so I wanted a really nice holster, and that's exactly what I got. But man, just to kind of answer some questions that I really couldn't find anything out about online. Things I worried about was this. I worried about how tight are the clips. I worried about how springy are they. I worried about just everything. I worried about how tight are the rivets from going from the kydex through the leather to the backside. I worried about how it felt. I worried about how flimsy it was, and really and truthfully, you have a hard time finding anything like that online. And of course, I'm not a know-it-all, not trying to be, but I do have one, and I'd like to share my experience and everything about it. When you first get it, it's well, first of all, this is made out of horsehide. I selected a horsehide. This is for a car CW45 with the laser grip, Crimson Trace laser grip, and bad thing happened, man. I ordered the holster, and gun tore up at the range. Started the trigger wouldn't cock all the way at times, so contacted car. Long story short, sent it in, and as soon as I sent it in, my holster came in. So I don't have a gun to put it in right now, or to put in it right now, and that's tough. But anyway, I know that it holds a Ruger LCP. Even though there's not a lot of retention there, it still sets in there pretty good as long as you're strapped in through your belt. But anyway, back to the holster, man. I'm sorry to be rambling on, but these clips, the clips are really tight. They are. They do go up and over the belt real easy. It's easy. It's when you first try to put this thing on, it's tough. You kind of wonder about it for a second because it is tough. It's you got a long, you got a lot of, from one side to the other, you're talking about 7 or 8 inches. So it is tough to put on. You got to get this clip put on first, and then once you get that situated, you obviously have to go put the other one on. It is tough. It doesn't just slide on and then you button your pants up. It doesn't work like that. You have to fit it. You have to put one end on, put the other end on. When you get it, it's going to come in the same hole that this one's in, not the first one, but the second one right here. What I did, put it on without the gun. Obviously, I don't have the gun that fits the holster. I put on, but you can see the angle of the gun. So when it came, it really just set on your belt about like that right there, which is almost straight up and down. It's a few degrees forward in cant, but I wanted a lot of cant. The reason I wanted a lot of cant, everything I saw online was they're trying to hide the butt end of the gun, and without cant, the butt end of the gun obviously is going to hang way over here, and or you know what I mean, right there. So with forward cant, that's going to tuck that end up to about right here rather than over here, and that makes a lot of difference. So what I did was I went up to the next hole, which is the third one. Went up to the third one, put it on. It didn't really make a lot of difference. Probably a couple of 2, 3, 4 degrees difference would be the guess. Maybe a little more than that. But didn't like it. Wasn't enough. I'm a forward cant kind of guy, but I also want to hide the butt end of that gun when I bend over, or when I'm at Walmart paying, or when I'm reaching down to get my money out of the automated machine. I don't want the butt of the gun sticking out towards the person next in line. So would wanted to tilt that forward just a tad to hide the butt of the gun. Man, flexibility. As I was looking at it online, I thought, man, that's going to be a real stiff piece of leather, and it's really not. It's about as flimsy. It's almost like a little tougher than your average brand new baseball glove is what it is. Real nice leather. Nothing wrong with this leather whatsoever. I'm actually really impressed. Over on the back side, I got my phone number there. Don't want to give that out too much, but anyway, on the back side, it's a little more coarse and more hairy, so to speak. You can see the anyway, you can see the hairs kind of sticking out like leather does. What I did, I went to Walmart and couldn't really figure out what leather conditioner to use, because I read and saw online not to use the oily kind, but to use the cream style. So I never could find any cream. I did use gel. I don't think it hurt the coloration of the leather. I think the leather is natural. If you go ahead and spend the extra money and get horsehide, seems to me like it's just a little bit more pale after using a conditioner, but I'd rather the leather be in better shape than to not have any protectant on it whatsoever. When I put that conditioner on it, it did loosen the leather up a little bit. And then back to another thing, when you first put this holster on, this holster is going to be squeaky as you've ever heard. It's going to squeak every time you take a step, every time. I tried a couple things, nothing really worked. I tried to find some felt padding to put behind the clip right there. I really couldn't find any felt padding, so I got baby powder out. I put baby powder on here, and the baby powder pretty much worked in there. It worked into the leather. It's not white. It's not like you think it would be. And once the baby powder got on there and you covered all behind each clip, the squeak went away, and it's virtually silent, just like the internet says. So just another topic to cover. Man, overall, great holster. Haven't really carried the gun it's made for, but I've worn this thing for 3 days straight now, trying to break into leather. You can see I've got the curve. It's starting to break into my body. It's made just like me. Fits wonderfully. You honestly forget that you're wearing this thing. When you first put it on, it's like pushing against, I would have to say, your buttocks, pushing against the top part of your buttocks. Once this thing turns into your body temperature, once the body temperature changes, and once the thing is not cold on you any longer, you forget that you're wearing it. First 15 or 20 minutes, there's something on you, there's something pushing down on your butt, and that's just that. And then once this thing warms up, that's when you forget that you're wearing anything. Best holster I've ever seen. It's simple. There's nothing special about it. You're not going to get it and find things about it that you didn't know about. It's not like that. It's a piece of leather, it's a couple of pieces of metal, and it's a piece of Kydex, and it's worked wonderfully together. It's brilliant. It's simple. It does everything it's supposed to do. I'm amazed. I gave positive testimonial to this company, let them know I really appreciated what they sent me. It's amazing. It is. I can't believe that there's not 20 other companies out there making it. There's 2 or 3, but there's not 20. It's amazing. You couldn't ask for a better combination. This leather padding, as thin as it is, this leather padding just completely absorbs the hump of the gun, or the hump. Actually, when you put it on without the gun, this is already taking the space of the gun, obviously, so you don't have to have the gun in there to know what it feels like. And it's comfortable. It's amazing. I love it. I told them I'll never buy another holster for inside the pant, unless it's through CrossBreed holsters. It's amazing. It really is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day.